my loves, welcome back to another video. I must admit that this year especially, I'm having to train myself to get excited for and ready for Ramadan. I feel like I see a lot of people always talking about how excited they are for Ramadan and how ready they are for Ramadan, but like truly this year especially, I feel like this month has just crept up and I was not fully ready for it. So I really had to take a deep look inside as to why I'm not ready for it and how can I prepare myself for the month, because you know I am guilty of taking Ramadan for granted. It's such a like special month filled with so many blessings and opportunities to like redeem yourself and seek forgiveness and really just change your life. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys kind of a prep talk or how to get in the mood for Ramadan 2025. And I'm gonna talk about 3 separate topics: how to spiritually prep, mentally prep, and how to physically prep for Ramadan. And you guys can see I'm in a little abaya. I am also wearing my glasses in case you guys didn't know. I cannot see crap, and I'm also fasting because I am also very guilty of putting off making up my fasts. So that's what we're doing today, and it's going okay so far. Right now it's like 2:40 p.m. and I'm planning to make a special recipe tonight, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to see what I'm making and how I make it. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so with spiritual prep, this is obviously like the meat of Ramadan, right? Really increasing your iman, learning new healthy Islamic habits that you can implement into your life post-Ramadan, and just really like seeking redemption and forgiveness from Allah and from those around you. Something that I think that can really make this month more intentional is kind of choosing a theme to focus on during the month. For example, Yaqeen Institute, they always post a certain theme where they make podcasts. Like one year it was about the angels and one year is about the Prophet, peace be upon him. I think just kind of looking inside and seeing like, okay, what am I lacking? What do I really want to like focus on? Let's say for a while now you've been wanting to get a job, you want to practice discipline and have tawakkul, and I feel like Ramadan is such an introspective month and is the perfect opportunity to work on these things. This could also be like wanting to improve relationships and practice forgiveness from yourself. For me, something that I want to practice is discipline and tawakkul, which is, you know, trust in Allah and the plan that He has laid out for you. Kind of centering my Ramadan around that theme. This kind of leads into like another point, which is to seek out Quranic verses that are relevant to your theme. I've always felt a little insecure that I don't know as many like verses from the Quran. Like I feel like I always hear people saying whatever verse from whichever surah and they just have it memorized and they post little quotes on it on their stories and stuff, but like for me, I'm not that knowledgeable, and I just know myself, like to really lock some piece of information in my mind, I have to like have a personal connection to it. I feel like if I can seek out those verses and just kind of like remind myself throughout the days, then it'll just really have a positive impact on my life. And you know, this is an obvious one, but really understanding the importance of dua, especially during the month of Ramadan, because from my understanding, like Allah is listening more than ever to our duas, and this is the month that literally you have the ability to change your entire life, especially those last 10 nights of Ramadan on Laylatul Qadr. I have always known that dua is important. I do make dua every day, but I think that even making a dua list, if you think about like any other aspect of your life, like if it's your job or school and you have things to do, like you're gonna make a list for that. If I have these duas or wishes that I really want to come true, like why don't I treat it the same as my job? Why am I not writing it down and really just putting it out there into the world? I feel like just the muscle memory of writing it down, because sometimes, you know, I'm sitting there after praying and making my dua and I'm just kind of like, what else was I supposed to make dua about? If there is any time to build a new habit, try something new, it's during this month. So those are all kind of like things to prep in advance for your spiritual prep. Of course, there are like other things you can do too. I think that also on the topic of spirituality and faith during Ramadan is the topic of habit stacking, actually building new habits that you take outside of the month. I think that is like a point that a lot lot of us overlook. Like we go so ham during the month and we're like stacking up on all of our good deeds, but then once the month is over, we just like revert back to old patterns and habits. The term habit stacking is building habits after things like you already do. So, like this doesn't have to do with Islam, but let's say like you really want to work on washing your face. After you brush your teeth, you should wash your face instead of just like choosing a random time of the day to wash your face. Like, and it's just a psychological thing, I believe, that makes building a new habit easier. If you want to focus on making more dua, praying, like let's say you already pray your 5 daily prayers, after you pray, make dua. Let's say you want to practice making more dhikr while you're making your food or your iftar, make dhikr. Let's say you just want to like practice praying on time or praying at all, like syncing up your work or study breaks with prayer. Gosh, this hijab just does not want to like stay put. The next kind of area I wanted to discuss is mental preparation. With any big change in your life or any like big event coming up, you want to lighten your mental load. You want to lighten your mental You want to lighten your mental load so that it doesn't put a damper on your upcoming experience or your upcoming life change. So with Ramadan coming up, let's say like you've just been having a lot of mental load and just like a lot of fogginess and the stuff that's weighing you down. Let's take charge and take control of our lives and get that sorted out. You know what I mean? This could even be something as simple as asking Allah for forgiveness or tawbah, or like asking those around you for forgiveness, or like making amends with the people in your life. And like I know that's like such a way more loaded topic than I'm making it seem right now. Having it in the back of your mind and being intentional, like these things, they go a long way. Also for you, forgiving the people around you. Like of course there are people who might have done us wrong in the past, but I myself have to admit, like what good does it do to have that negative energy and like their baggage weighing on you? Like just forgive them, or you know, forget, move on. If you're comfortable, let them know you forgive them. I know I'm kind of speaking in like broad hypothetical terms here, but you guys know what I mean. Also preparing and kind of tweaking your mental health affecting habits before Ramadan. So this can be lack of exercise, consuming a lot of harmful content on social media or TV, a lot of negative self-talk. Oh my god, there's a fruit fly that has been hanging around me this whole video. Get out of here. So like for me, for example, I am going to really try to not have any screen time at least 30 minutes before bed. This just like improves my sleep, it improves my mental health. I'm also gonna try to be more mindful to not like doom scroll on TikTok or Instagram, and like I'm like honestly probably going to delete both of those apps for a few days, at least sometime before Ramadan, to just give my brain space to think and get creative and get like in the Ramadan spirit, not engaging in harmful conversations or gossip. Be intentional about what energy you consume, where you put your energy, to really put your mind in the best state of mind before this really important month comes up. Then my third and last main area I want to discuss is physical prep before Ramadan. Of course, like you can put up your decorations, you can make your little tablescape, there's nothing wrong with that. I do on one hand feel like there is such a like focus of that on social media with like decor and stuff, and it's like so important and great to romanticize Ramadan, especially if you have like kids and stuff. But I want to like talk more about the physical prep that will actually help you internally have a good Ramadan. I think one of those things is practicing eating healthy now so that you are able to keep up with that during Ramadan. I just recently made a video of like how to actually eat healthy. I will link it here so you guys can check that out. Guys, like eating healthy during Ramadan is important. We have one main meal of the day. We want to make sure our bodies are staying healthy, everything is flowing out, if you know what I mean, getting enough fiber and nutrients, because what you eat affects your mental health and your spiritual health. I think of course deep cleaning your house while you have the energy before Ramadan, so that you just bring like some freshness and new energy into the space. Imagine if like your floors haven't been mopped in weeks, or all your bedding is like crusty and gross. Like it just feels nice to like have kind of that physical, tangible reset before the month comes up, because it's very easy for it to seem just like another month, especially since it doesn't sync up with like the Western calendar and stuff. So like doing these things, even though they might seem rudimentary or like unimportant, like they do make a difference. I also think that something new that I haven't really done but I've been wanting to do is research like different masjid sisters groups or halakas or like volunteering opportunities and like really foster that community connection during Ramadan. Actually me guys, like I'm in a point in life where I'm not in school, I don't work in person, so kind of the people and Muslims I'm surrounded with are like friends that I have made in college or like through spouses, friends, whatever, or spouses from my husband. What the heck am I saying? You guys know what I mean. Yeah, it's just so important to build a good community and leech off of their good habits. I would love to host like a sisters or like girls iftar and like do a halakha. It's not something I'm like super familiar with, but again, I want to like try it, see if I like it. And that kind of goes on to my point of like plan a few iftars, like enjoy the month, enjoy the community, and it's a good blessing indeed to make food and feed those who are fasting. I just think like with anything in life, like don't go overboard, don't spend like days prepping for it, don't make it the most extravagant thing. Just like remember the point of an iftar, and during these iftars, like let's really lessen our food waste. It like makes me disgusted how much food goes to waste, especially during Ramadan, because we like mentally, right, like you haven't eaten for like all day and then you see all this super delicious yummy food in front of you and you take way more than you can handle. Even if you take the amount that you would eat on a normal day, like chances are you're gonna get full way faster. So just remember, take 3/4 or half of what you would normally take and you can always go back for seconds. Okay guys, that was my little Ramadan prep talk. That was therapeutic for me. I hope it was therapeutic for you. I hope that you benefited from that. I am going to be doing a little more vlogging for the rest of the day just because I miss you guys. I am going to make haleem for the first time tonight. If you guys don't know what haleem is, it's basically like I think shredded or blended beef that's super soft with lentils and cracked wheat and barley. Guys, I don't exactly know. I found some recipes on TikTok, so I'm gonna make that tonight. Again, I'm fasting, so I'm hungry. Guys, I just cut up my boneless beef, have my pots laid out, made some ginger garlic paste, and then my grains are soaking in some water. So I will link the recipes that I'm following. The first thing I'm gonna do is saute my ginger garlic paste, and then I just got some fried onions, pre-fried onions, because I didn't feel like going through the hassle of doing the onions. And then I'll add in my meat, my spice mix, which is this haleem shan masala, or no, shan haleem spice mix. I love how they write the little recipes on the back of the thing. And then I actually don't know how long this beef is gonna take to cook and to get fully tender. The butcher at the halal meat store like didn't know what cut it was. I feel like it's some sort of like chuck roast and it will take like an hour or two to like fully get tender, so we will see. It's 3:53 right now and Maghrib is at like 6:11, so hopefully we are done in time. It is so much. Like I followed the recipes.